The Story of the Seven Princesses. The Kidnapping of the Seven Princesses. Once upon a time, there were 7 princesses living in a quiet city, and they ruled the city. The people of that city loved the princesses very much, and enjoyed security, safety, comfort, and reassurance, until the day came when an evil witch came to the city and kidnapped the 7 princesses. After she kidnapped them, she put each one of them in a distant castle on the tops of towering mountains in 7 different cities. The villagers felt very sad and waited for the 7 princesses to return, but to no avail. The villagers decided to find them so that safety could return to the city. So they embarked on adventures and traveled all over the country looking for them tirelessly, but to no avail. Many days passed, followed by many years, and there was no trace of them. The strange thing was that no one had any idea where they might have been kidnapped, as that witch left nothing behind that would lead them to them. The city's residents were very sad, as they did not know anyone who loved the city and ruled it more than them. After many years, despair began to creep into people's hearts, until a sudden decision came from 7 knights. The knights searched for the 7 princesses. The 7 knights decided to search for the 7 princesses, and agreed that each of them would go in a direction, striking the earth lengthwise and breadthwise in search of the princesses. The knights dispersed, and set off with great boldness, and left no place on earth without searching in it. After great effort, one of the knights was able to reach a distant, towering castle, in which there was no human or jinn, no sound or life. He hesitated a little, but later decided to climb up to it. As soon as he climbed towards that castle and entered it, he was terrified by what he saw. He saw one of the princesses looking in a pitiful state. The princess looked very tired, thin, pale, and very scared. The castle was very cold, and far from all lifestyles. The princess was happy when she saw that brave knight, and asked him if they had found the rest of the princesses. The knight reassured her, and said to her, "The search is still ongoing, and all the knights will not rest until they find all the princesses." The princess was happy with that talk, and the first signs of joy appeared on her face in many years. The knights continued to seek and search for the rest of the princesses, and finally 6 princesses were rescued, and they were in good health. But one princess remained that no one was able to find her or any abandoned castle far away. The knights continued to search, and did not think about despair even a little. They knew that God Almighty would help them find the 7th princess, and while they were confused about their situation until they heard the sound of music coming from a distant place, so they all set off towards that sound and decided to find its source. They walked until they reached a large castle, but it was not deserted. The castle was bright, sparkling, beautiful, and showed signs of joy and life. The knights went up to the castle and found the 7th princess sitting happily and in good health. The knights were surprised by her condition, which was different from the condition of the other princesses, and they asked her about the reason for that. She told them she found a large library in this castle, so she kept reading the books in it, educating herself, occupying her time, and doing everything useful until that period passed, and the knights reached her and saved her life.